Funny, the lies of greedy gold diggers, corporations, and governments. It's fun. This world. They lie about you, about taking care of you. In this world, because everything around you is based on the almighty dollar. Like I want to show it to you again. It's funny. Corporations depend on this. Look at that. I got a fucking chip on there. Corporations depend on this. All corporations depend on this. All businesses depend on this. And the only way to make money is you need your employees feels like somebody's hacking into my fucking computer. But it's like, yeah, it's funny about how this world is. It's funny how cache. Wait a minute. Huh. It's strange. I'm reading this. That's weird. It looked like somebody's hacking into my computer. Where was I? Oh, ads, Google Play. What was I? Getting distracted by this fucking thing. I don't know what it is. Wait a minute. Oh, no wonder. Okay, got rid of it. Okay. It's funny. Everyone is depend on this. So technically, corporations and government, they really don't take care of you in this world. Because you have to run around in circles in order for them to take care of you. But they don't really take care of you. You gotta go through their fucking power trip, filling out forms, filling out bullshit forms and all that shit that to prevent them. It's like corporations, government, they have lawyers. They have lawyers so prevent you from suing them. Especially governments. They always find a way to prevent you to sue them. If you notice that, that's why you can't sue corporations. I mean, you can sue them, but it's got to be really legit. But you have to go through the hoops to sue these fuckers. I mean, these. If you make a lot of money in business corporation and a poor ass person try to sue their ass, then you have no chance, to be honest. You have no chance because it's all set up in their favor. It's usually set up into the corporations and government's favor, but it's like they make it sound like we should be depend on them. This it's funny about corporation government. They make it sound like we should be dependent on them. They have this reverse psychology where we can't do without them. You can hear that. You can hear that with the Republicans on we can't do without them. In a strange way, in a twisted way, it's true because they got us hooked. Hooked and chained. in this world. They got us hooked and chained in this world, which is ridiculous. These fuckers lie. These fuckers lie, and they're all control freaks. Corporations, business, government—they're all control freaks. They make up the laws. We can't even, you can't even grow a garden in your fucking backyard, especially in America. You get fined for growing. It shows you how backwards these fuckers are. It shows you how negative and backwards these fuckers are in this world because they don't really care. Technically, they don't really care about you. I mean, they give the illusions. They always give the illusions in this world, And one thing I hate about human beings is when they're fucking brainwashed themselves, telling me, suggesting me, for finding a better job. I don't want to find a better job. I'm gonna be honest with you. I do not want to find a better job. I don't want to find no job. I just want to fucking retire. 25 years. I should just retire now. I'd rather be bored on my fucking mind. I'd rather be bored on my fucking mind than work with these fucking greedy ass gold diggers. I'd rather just grow a garden than work for our greedy ass gold diggers. At least I can enjoy gardening my garden. Instead of this bullshit every fucking day. Yeah, I've been up since fucking 1 a.m. today. And from Virginia, drove all the way. It took me 9 hours to get down here, from Virginia all the way down to here. So, corporation governments, they're just natural liars. They lie to you on everything. I mean, they lie to you on everything. They made it like our drug. They made this work like we can't live with. It's like we have a gun in our head. We have a fucking gun in our head, telling that we have no choice to work. So we have. Yeah, I look at corporation government as the true terrorist of life. They terrorize us. Paying bills. Like I say, they terrorize us when we have to pay our bills. They terrorize us from, what they're going to shut our electricity off. They're going to shut our water off. They terrorize us, from our debt. Our debt is what is corporations' tactic of terrorizing us, being a debt slave. And then, then you got the government, you got the mafia. Government's nothing but a mob, that believes it's legal, but it's an illegal mob. There's no. And then if you look at the service, that when you join the service, you're getting paid below minimum wage to go kill yourself. When you join the Army or in the Air Force, you're getting paid below the minimum, but you get free housing, free food, and free everything, and they do pay you hazardous pay for going out there just in case you get shot, They get all kinds of pay for going out to war, It's funny. But they still pay you below minimum wage in the Army. And you work like long hours. I think I think I still have my paycheck as a need for it was $1,000 a month, as a need for when I left the Army. I had 1,000. My last paycheck was $1,000 a month, But yeah, I had free housing, free food, and everything. I liked it. I mean, I enjoyed it. The free housing, the free food, and all that shit. Compared to this shit, civilian life, Sometimes I would, yeah, like I said, sometimes I wish they brought the army outside to civilian life, you know, and nobody would be hungry. No one would be homeless. And that's funny about these fuckers who believe in supporting their servicemen. Why can't they just do it out here in civilian life, where you get free housing and free food? You know, especially for homeless people, it would be perfect. You know, at least I'll have a place to at least I'll have a place to sleep and some place to eat. You know. No, but we live in a greedy gold digging fucking world, greedy gold digging planet. You know. Yeah, because it's funny. It's like what I read my Facebook. I couldn't stand this one person who told me I have one life. You must enjoy your one life. In reality, what you got to be a brainwashed fucker to believe in one life. You know, I live many lives. I guess you never watched my videos. You know, I live many fucking life. I don't believe in the one life bullshit. Because I know it's like right now. I know this life is fucking with me because all the other lives I've been, they fucked with me too, you know, which is really because I know my other lives. I open my big fucking mouth in my other lives, and I could see the people fucking couldn't stand the way I say what in the you know. I guess I thought about it as like I guess they couldn't stand me telling the truth about the reality that they live in. So they fucking, either I feel like I see them, in a group, hanging me, because they can't stand this. They don't want to listen to the truth. So they want to listen to the lies, because I think the only best life I had was a native, was a native. I was a native one of my lives. So I think that was the best life I ever had. It was peaceful, quiet. It was before the colonial before the colonials that came here, way before them. And it was perfect. I mean, where I was at, it was the middle of nowhere. Nobody know exactly where we're at, you know? It's like, yeah, we hunt. It's like, yeah, the best life I ever had was being a native, especially here or somewhere. I don't know where, but I saw myself as a native. And Bigfoot, Bigfoot was another good life too. I had a good life in Bigfoot until the fucking reptilians kind of like hunt me down at the end, you know? Which these dumb motherfuckers, the greedy gold diggers, are fucking dumb motherfuckers that don't really see that. Some of them, I think majority of the greedy gold diggers don't even really see that because they're so brainwashed by living in this gold digging world, you know? Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, my lives I survived. Some of my lives I survived. But it's like the body had to eat, which is really stupid that our body has to eat. As an energetic being, I don't need to worry about eating. I don't need to worry about all this bullshit about eating, pooping, and peeing and bull crap because that's eating is our suffering for these bodies. I just realized that eating is our suffering. When we eat, we suffer. Every day we have to eat. Don't you notice that this world takes advantage of us when it comes to eating, when our hunger. Don't you know this world takes advantage of us when on our hunger? Yeah, our hunger is our weakness in these bodies because we have to maintain our hunger. If you notice that, if you really look deep into it, our hunger is our curse for having these bodies. These bodies are great, but the hunger and pooping and peeing bullshit, it's like if you believe, why do we have to believe? I always ask the question, why are we designed the way we are designed? I always ask that question: why are we designed the way we are designed? Because I notice the greedy gold digger takes advantage of our hunger. If you notice that, they take advantage of our hunger. Because we that's why we consume. That's another reason why they call us consumers, because we are always hungry all the time. That's one thing that stupid fucking humans don't even really, and not even aware that we hunger every fucking day. Lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Why do we eat 3 meals a day? So we can save our hunger, or 1 meal a day, depending on how you are. 1 to 3 meals a day is like, why are we designed this way? Why did they design it? It's because to me this is like entrapment in this reality. Because of these bodies, they entrapped us in this reality, because we're always thirsty and hungry. It's like, what, you got, the body can only last about a week without food and water. I think a week. Or 3 days. I don't know, a week or three to 7 days maybe. The body can last without food and water. And then you're dead. After that, once you have no food and water inside, yes, like, yeah, these bodies are set up, so we don't last long in them. So you got to question why. So for me, I feel like this is a trap. It's like somebody set the trap, and they caught us, or caught some of us that are not like you guys, and some of them volunteer to come down here. And then I heard the ones who volunteered down here can't stand being down here. The off-worlders, I call them off-worlders. They volunteer to come. You got to be fucking crazy to come down here, especially off-world, because you have everything. I mean, most of the off-worlders that I know, that they don't rely on money. They don't rely on anything. They're all like one conscience beings. They're all one conscience. They're all one, and they'll all it's like automatically take care of themselves. They don't have to worry about what we're going through compared to what they go through. Yeah, you think we're human? You believe that we're human? Some of us are not even from here. Some of us are forced here, and some of us volunteered here, and some of us, you're just naturally here. But some of us don't even. I found that a friend Nick showed me this one guy. It was pretty interesting. Some of the human beings are soulless, which is it's understandable, because there are beings out there that doesn't even have souls. So yeah, it's funny about your killers. The killers, basically your psychopaths have kind of like, they're no souls. I mean, they have the reptilian mind, the mindset of a reptilian. They really don't. Killing is no problem. Because they eat our flesh. They eat anything, flesh or vegetarian. I mean, they're similar. They're similar to us. I do think they have vegetarian reptilians. And I do. And then you got the meat eaters, the human eaters. The human eaters will look at us. The reptilians, human eaters, they'll look at us like we're just like another, like pork, like how we look at pigs. We have no remorse or cows. That's how they look at us. If you look at it, their perspective. Because they look at us same as any other animal. In the food chain, in humanity, humanity doesn't see it that way because they're offended. You imagine the animal. You imagine if you were in a cow's view. If imagine yourself as a cow, and then you're getting ready to get slaughtered, right? Would you and they're leading you to the slaughterhouse, would you go into the slaughterhouse as a cow? Because when I saw the cows, they were going, they smell blood. When you smell blood, that means it's not good. So yeah, they refuse to go into slaughterhouse. Well, look at the human being version, humanity's version. You know, well, the reptilians are the same way when it comes to when they come slaughtering us. They'll do the same exact thing as what we do to the cows. I can compare you with the reptilians. You're so similar in so many different ways. You know, and people will think I'm fucking nuts and crazy just to think that way because I see that in humanity. I see that in humanity, how much influence the human beings, how much influence they have on because of the reptilian, because our reptilian. That's why they say we have a reptilian mind. We have a reptilian brain. Don't you ever notice that the reptilian brain? I guess some of you stupid fuck, don't really give a fuck really, because that's a typical human being, typical brainwashed human being who doesn't like to question anything around them, question the life they live in, because it's so. I mean, the reptilians, we're so similar, and we're so accustomed, in similarity. But their version, we are like the cows to them, and the cows are to us. We use the animals just like the reptilians use us. The only thing different about it is that we talk, and they don't give a fuck. You could cry, you could do all kinds of shit. They're gonna still fucking eat you. You know. I mean, you live in a fucking infinite universe. You live in a infinite universe, and you're just a grain of salt. This little fucking planet you live on. You're like a grain of salt, and it shows you how ignorant and stupid you really are in this world. And the corporations and government, all they do is suppress you. They even educate you and when you're educated, they want to make you dumb. They don't want you to. They want to keep you in this prison state. When it's like, yeah, I feel sorry for humanity. In some ways, I do feel sorry for humanity on how dumb they really are, how ignorant they really are, because they are the victims. Humanity is the victims. They don't realize that they are the victims. Until I found that out a long time ago about us being victims in this world. Which is really fascinating about how to bring, how to control 7 billion people. I mean, you got to be a fucking genius to create a system to control 7 billion people. I mean, like I said, it takes a whole pyramid of people to control people. It's a pyramidic system controlling people, like a chain of command. You understand that if you're in the army, you understand the chain of command. It's the same thing as that, I think. Understanding the chain. The only thing different, you can eliminate the ones who have problems, especially in the pyramid system. You can eliminate them, and they can get away with it too. They can get away with it if someone speaks out, like I have. I've been speaking out. It's like I'm not a threat. I realize I'm not a threat. I can talk all kinds of shit as long as I'm not a threat. Because if my word did spread around in my fucking YouTube grow, then I would be a threat to them. then I would be a threat to them. But I'm not a threat. That's why I want it. That's why I keep it at 240. Keep my fucking subscription down to 246 because I'm not a threat. You know, I'm not gonna. It's like I can say a lot of shit, and they won't give a fuck either. It's like, yeah, I'm still here. I'm still alive. You know, unless they know something about me that I don't know. Yeah, it's like they haven't touched me yet. There's a reason why I be a truck driver. I'm always moving around. I never stay at the same spot all the time. I always had that thought about that being a truck driver because I never stayed in one place at one time. So it's like there's always movement. But they can catch you. They can catch you while you're still moving anyways. It doesn't matter because I've seen the X's out there. So yeah, it doesn't matter where I go, they're always gonna X me, wondering where I'm gonna be at. You know. So I don't see. It's funny. I don't see the X as a threat. I don't. I see shitload chemtrails over my ass. I've been seeing shitload chemtrails over my ass. Trying to suppress me, trying to keep me quiet or something, which is weird. Yeah, corporations. They suppress us. They hurt us back and forth every day. That's what your corporations and government does. They hurt us. We're just herds. They're hurting us when we go to job. They hurt. They hurt us when we go home and on the weekend. And then we go herd. We wait in line. When you go in line in the store, you're part of the herd. It's just like when you look at the cows, when you go out there, when when the cows are all, going together, eating together. It's kind of like humanity, same way. That's now I know why they call us animals, because we're so similar to the animals. When we work, it's like, yeah, we're being herded, just like the animals. That's why they call us animals, because we're always being herded everywhere we go. You're always standing in line everywhere you go. So yeah, I can see that why they call us animals. Yeah, I wouldn't believe corporations. I wouldn't believe the governments because it's all one. They're all one big huge, one big huge unit or one big huge racket. You know, they're all working together to control us. They don't want us to open our mouths. I notice that, this world does not want you to open your mouth and ask questions. You know? Yeah, they don't want to open your mouth and ask questions. That's why these fuckers. I got. That's the reason why you have trolls. They don't want you to ask questions about anything. Yeah, I question everything. You know, I question what's the point of making a living? Making a living sounds like, it's like somebody's terrorizing you when they say you're making a living. Making money, determines how if you're going to be poor or rich. You know, that's one thing I hate about this reality. Is like, why do we have to be poor and rich? Why are we dependent on these? Why are we crack addicts to these fucking greedy ass gold diggers? Yeah, why are we crack addicts? Because that's what they want us to be, crack addicts. We can't all depend on ourselves. We can't work together. In this world, we can't work together without the corporation and government. We can't grow gardens. We can't enjoy our lives. You know, why are we all enemies? That's one thing I don't get about this world. Why are we? Why keeping us as individuals? is domination, and is separate. It separates, and they dominate us and they separate us when we're individuals. Don't you understand that? I guess not. And then you call yourself United States, but you're individuals. What kind of fuck up shit is that? You call the United States, but you're all individuals. So basically, you're all enemies to your own selves in this world by design, on purpose, because you will not work together because you guys believe it. You have your religious beliefs. You have your politics. Your politics is what's gonna cause a war on your own selves. Because you listen to these corporate goonheads who run politics. These corporate government goonheads who run politics, they want a war. Me, I want to get rid of fucking greed. I want to get rid of greed and find another way to work together without these fuckers. Keep these houses. Keep all the houses. Throw the homeless in a house. We got plenty of houses for the homeless to live in. But these greedy ass motherfuckers, these greedy gold diggers, are offended. That's going to cause a war because they want to defend their greedy ass gold digging motherfucking ass. That's what they are. That's what they want to do. Because they love corporations. Greedy ass gold diggers, they love corporations. That's what greedy ass gold diggers love. So yeah, this for me, this might be my last job, for all I know, until it goes out of business. I don't want another job. I'm gonna be honest with you. I do not want a fucking job. Fuck you. I don't want to keep telling these fuckers I do not want to make a rich asshole rich. And then I don't want an alternative job. I'd rather just die in a fucking truck, and do that way. Fuck all. Fuck finding another. I've been, it's funny. I've been looking for a job, a local job, but they hauling trash. I could be home every day hauling trash, but they pay by the load. They pay by the load, and they're out of Alabama, which is really a shitty ass state. Alabama is a shitty ass state. They don't take care of their people. They don't have a great healthcare system. Alabama, they don't have a great healthcare system. They have the shittiest healthcare system in Alabama. They got shitty. Everything in Alabama is shitty. Which I don't want to work for. I don't want to. The job's home every day, but get paid by the load. Talk about a cheap Charlie. I can haul one load all day. How much would I have to ask the question? How much are they going to pay me per load? And how far do I have to drive? Since there's no log, so it's local. So I have to do at least 10, 15 loads a day to make a good paycheck. So, out of the, let's say if I had 10 loads that day, what is it, $10 a load? Is it $10 a load, $20 a load, $100 a load? Since I'll be a company driver, I know I'm guessing this hauling trash, they pay by the pound. So how many pounds how much do I get paid per pound? 50, if you get 45,000 pounds, would that be like $4.50 a pound for per load? This is how it works, People don't understand trucking, because I used to work for this one company. They paid by the trailer. $10 for certain trailers. $10 to put it in. $10 to take it out. If you do 10 of them, you get $100. And that's not including taxes. You have to wait after taxes, and that's when they subtract it. They get $10. But that's one thing I don't trust with this fucking local driving company. They don't pay local people. Unless I work for ABF. You have a better chance of making more money in a union than you do with these fucking corporations. Because they don't guarantee nothing. They don't guarantee shit. These fucking corporate people, they don't guarantee nothing in this fucking world, They can go out of business. There's no guarantee in business. There's no guarantees in anything in this world. These greedy ass gold diggers, they lie about you about retirement and guarantee. There's no guarantees in anything bullshit, That's what I hate about these liars. Greedy gold diggers are the true liars of life. I'm going to tell you straight out. I don't care left or right. You're all fucking liars. I have to listen to your bullshit. About life. You guys lie about. This life is a lie. This life that I live in this world full of greedy gold diggers are all fucking lie. The enjoyment of life is enjoyment of life. Some of you guys have to work, and I can see why some people get drunk, working so many days, it's like they should put a mandatory law to make people work 3 days a week and have full pay so they can enjoy life, America is not about enjoyment of life. I could tell you that right now. America is not about enjoyment of life, especially in the trucking industry. America's not you can't enjoy life in America because it's like you're too busy. I mean, we are too busy in America. We don't enjoy life. We don't have time for shit in America because we have to pay our bills. It's like. They don't know. It's like, how do you enjoy life when you have to pay bills? When you have to fucking be a debt slave. Now, how could you enjoy life? I have to ask that question to people who believe this is a positive world. Paying bill is positive. Fuck you. You're so delusional in your fucking world. Paying bills is positive, my ass. You're just making another rich asshole rich. I guess making a rich asshole rich is positive. Think how backwards you are. And just telling you, how backwards are you? Making a rich asshole rich, I say, like I say, kill all the rich assholes. I mean, kill every single rich assholes on this world. All the way from the elite to down here. Wipe them all away, We don't need them. We don't need them. We can take care of ourselves. All they do is sit on a desk and talk on a telephone. That's it. That's all they do. You have all the skills. You have all the knowledge. Poor people. You have all the skills. You have all the knowledge. And these fuckers just like to talk. That's it. They'd like to talk on the fucking phone and be a couch potato, like on the computer thing. Yeah, my mind says wipe all the fucking anybody behind the desk, wipe them all out. Anybody behind the desk, they need to be wiped out because they're the most negative fuckers on this planet. Creating these insane laws. These and fucking consuming this planet without any remorse, without guilt, without a conscience. They don't have no conscience. Anybody behind the desk do not have a conscience. They do not have a conscience. They say they have a conscience, but they don't. Because you're not allowed to have one. You're not allowed to be friends in fucking business. You're not allowed to be friends because you have to fire them. You have to fire the people below you. That's the way it works. You have to fire the people below you. So you can't have a conscience, because you got to fire and hire. You know, if you want great employees, you gotta let them go. That's the way they think. That's if you don't understand. That's not positive. It's not positive at all in this world. Corporations do not have a conscience for nothing. They don't have a conscience for anything that they touch. Everything they touch, they destroy. You know, everything everything they touch, they make humanity's life miserable. Especially government too. Government is corporation, like I said. All you fucking dumb fucks out there. You know. So yeah, I would not trust these fuckers because they all they do is lie to manipulate you so they can make more so they can get away. It's like when they go out of business, you're fucked. I'm gonna tell you, when they go out of business, you're fucked. You got to develop a system where you can be dependent on everybody else around you. You have a better chance surviving when you have people around you, but you guys choose to be individuals and depend on them. So they made you all individuals in this world, you know, separate, you know, dominate. They like to dominate you, dominating is the fucking corporate way of life. And then suppressing and segregate is another thing about corporation government. That's what they do, you know. That's that's the way this world's run. That's why they call you individuals. So individuals divide and conquer. When you say you're an individual, you're divided and conquered. And then stupid ass greedy gold diggers, they don't really see that shit, because they want to be individuals and they want to defend the divide and conquer. Basically, I look at it this way: greedy gold diggers are defending divide and conquer. I'm just exploiting them. That's all I'm doing. I'm just exploiting them for being liars for what they are, for believing in this fucking corrupt system. Because this whole system is corrupt in this world. So yeah, that's how I feel right now. Okay, I'm gonna take a break. Talk later. Have a nice day.